aider moun yo faire des millions de dollars. Des millions de dollars, oui, client nous fait. Nous avons plus que 35 ans d'expérience. Tendez ça, nous pas charger $1 si vous pas gagné caisse là. Relez-nous aujourd'hui pour consultation gratis. Dans 866 945 47 68. Ou faire accident machine, ou frapper dans le travail, ou t'as le docteur ou bien l'hôpital, vous pas faire travail bien, vous te fait mauvais pratique, ou glisser, ou tomber, ou gros blessure, ou prendre une gros catastrophe, ou que famille, amis, le docteur, et le mauvais remède, qui cause de mourir parce que vous avez le mauvais soin. Vous faire discrimination contre nous, nous avons tout problème ça. C'est juste que nous dans 866 945 47 68. Bon, me dit, pas de casser tête tout, puisque nous parlons plusieurs langues. Nous parlons espagnol, nous parlons créole. Un jour, là, au groupe, office principal, nous, dans Boca Raton, dans Florida. Regardez, depuis après l'avocat, nous laissons nous rele.
Bonsoir.
Hey, bonsoir, Rob. Comment are you?
Doing well, thank you. How about you? Come away.
I'm good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Great. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. Mondays are always so busy at our office. Between, we come back from the weekend. A lot of people call us on Monday because things have happened over the weekend. So it's always a very busy time, but it's good to be here on a Monday night and kind of share with everybody, answer some questions, and hopefully, give people some information that's useful to them about an accident, about injuries.
Yeah. Hey, Gabilo, how you doing? So, jodi a nou la pou yon lot emisyon kon lot show. Nap di moun yo pandan nou nan radio la, si yo gen kesyon yo ka toujou rele nou nan 866 945 47 68, ou bien yo si yo vle rele office la yo ka rele nou, ou bien yo ka rele radio nan 561 576 1600. Radio a c'est 561 576 1600. Si yo gen question, yo ka rele nous pour poser nous. Jodi a nous là ensemble à Rob encore. Nous connaissons rendez-vous à casser chaque lundi à 6h pour 6h30. So n'a dit mon yo et préparer cahier nous, préparer plume nous, prendre note parce que Rob grand pile information pour nous là jodi a. Hey Rob, so what you have for us today?
Well, first of all, my name is Rob Trilling. I'm an attorney at Your Injury Law Group. And as Claude just said, Claude Jean-Baptiste is a paralegal here at our office at Your Injury Law Group. If you have a question about your injury, about your situation, give us a call at our office at 866 945 47 68. We're happy to help.
Yeah, nous disons yo ça quelle que soit question nous gain office là c'est pour nous lier et nous ouvert 24 sur 24. Téléphone nous ouvert 24 sur 24, relais nous dans 866 945 47 68.
One of the things that happens very frequently, Claude, is when people call us, sometimes they call us right away after an accident, and sometimes they have waited a bit of time before they call us. And depending upon how long they wait, it can actually make a difference in what we as attorneys can do for our clients. So I kind of wanted to go over why it's so important for people to give us a call as quickly as possible, as quickly after the accident as possible.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that question too, parce que des fois, when yo gen le yo rele le yo involve dans accident, yo rele avocat rapide, gen de le yo prend petit temps pour yo rele avocat. Ou bla ensemble avec nous aujourd'hui, elle va l'expliquer nous, elle parler ensemble avec nous qui importance ça gain le nous rele avocat rapide.
So many things happen right after an accident. It's really important to get things moving in the right direction and in a way that protects you, our client.
Yeah, parce que grand pile bagay qui rive rapide. Un accident fin passé rapide après un accident fin passé et c'est vraiment important pour parler avec un monde qui a une connaissance dans le domaine qui pour protéger tout droit t'as supposé gagner.
Just as an example, one of the things that happens right away after an accident is people understand they have to report the claim to the insurance company.
Yeah, c'est vraiment important pour quel que soit après un accident nous t'as supposé reporter claim et by assurance compagnie.
And I always recommend to people that if you're going to deal with an insurance company, my suggestion is always have an experienced attorney handle that aspect of your case for you.
Yes, si jamais nous ta dans situation comme ça, toujours chercher, c'est toujours si gérer mon yo pour yo chercher un avocat qui a expérience qui pour endo claim pour yo.
The insurance companies have a lot of say in what happens to your claim, what bills get paid, whether bills get paid, whether they get paid timely, whether there's a further investigation. They can determine whether or not you're ultimately able to recover money for your injuries. So it's really important that when you're processing your claim with them, that your claim is presented in the best way possible for you, so as to protect your rights.
So, ça vraiment important. Et wab la pour l'expliquer, non? On yo exactement les non fin involve no accident. Ça vraiment important. Relon monde qui gagne expérience qui pour chita pour qui parle ensemble avec nous pour expliquer nous exactement qui step pour nous prendre, qui ça pour nous faire après nous vinn faire accident.
I always try to explain it this way. When you're dealing with an insurance company, you're dealing with a business that's in business for the purpose of making a profit for their owners.
So, lo ap di la avec assurance compagnie, Jean wap toujours ap expliquer nous, assurance compagnie son business li nan business pour faire profit pour mettre compagnie.
And like any business, you make money by taking more money in than you pay out in expenses, like any business.
Yeah, quel que soit business, ça veut dire ou supposé faire plus l'argent que l'argent wap payer yo.
How much they take in, that comes from the premiums that we all pay for our insurance.
Yeah, parce que ça yo prend aussi premium on paye pour assurance.
But how much they pay out is based upon how much they pay for your particular claim, for all the claims that they handle.
Yes, ça y a pay mon yo c'est ça y a pay pour claim no.
And one of the things that we have noticed is that insurance companies over time, they have learned how to, some of them have really learned how to perfect the idea of minimizing or reducing how much money they pay for each claim over time.
Yeah, assurance yo fort dans ça pour réduire quantité l'argent y a payé pour claim yo.
And when you deal with the insurance companies, you're dealing with an adjuster. You're dealing with somebody whose job it is to handle claims like yours and to decide how much is going to be paid on each claim.
Yeah, parce que l'on dit avec assurance compagnie, son adjuster va dire qui et ça le fait seulement. Exactement comment
So I always recommend to people that when you're dealing with insurance adjusters, when you're dealing with insurance companies, the best thing I can recommend is to make sure you have an attorney, an experienced attorney, handling or representing your case for you so that you're not going it alone.
Yeah, ça va toujours recommander les n'a dit avec assurance compagnie, make sure nous avons un avocat qui peut aider nous pour nous pas à régler ça pour compte nous.
So if you have a question or you would like some assistance, give us a call in our office at 866 945 47 68.
N'importe question nous ta gen rele nous dans office là nan 866 945 47 68. Avec ça sorti pour parler créole nan moi-même. So m'se va vle bailler l'école et numéro en anglais encore. So basically what you take over my Creole one. So one day you're gonna do this show by yourself.
Oh, I don't know. I'm always gonna need you, Claude. I'm always gonna need you.
Yeah, quelle que soit question mon yo ta gen relé nous dans 866 947 68.
And the things we're talking about here, they're particular. Usually we're talking about automobile accidents, motor vehicle accidents of all kinds. They can be pedestrian, motor vehicle accident, bicyclist, truck. It can be any kind of an accident like that.
Yeah, les cas n'importe accident, on monde qui marche à pied, on machine frappée, ou bien on monde qui sous pécan machine frappée, ou bien on monde qui sur motocyclette machine frappée.
But this also applies to any other type of accident. This applies to slip and fall accidents, for example, where if you've fallen on someone's property, or it involves product liability, or even medical malpractice. Yeah. It involves literally every kind of claim, workers' compensation claims, if it's a work-related accident. Yeah. Any type of claim at all, these are good things to know.
Yeah, tout bail ça, tout quel que soit claim qui t'a gagné, on workers comp ou bien medical malpractice, on monde qui marché qui tombe dans cas on monde, soit monde a marché dans la gueule tomber, quel que soit bagay qui gagne rapport à claim là, bagay sont vraiment important pour nous ta connaître.
Early on in a case, when an accident just happens or an incident just happens, there's so many things that need to be done besides just dealing with the insurance companies.
Yeah, parce que les bail la fait passer grand pile bail pour ta commencer fait avant par rapport avec deal avec assurance compagnie.
One of the most important things that we do right away is we conduct an investigation or begin our investigation into the claim to preserve and obtain all the evidence regarding liability.
Yeah, ça nous fait une investigation. pour qui est responsable pour claim là. Basically, and you sometimes you're involved in the investigation too.
I always try to be involved. Absolutely.
Yeah,
we've done all kinds of things to investigate claims over the years. You and I and others in our office, and as well as professionals, we hire investigators when it's appropriate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that need to get done. There's things that you just have to have. You got to make sure they're in place when you're dealing with a claim, like any type of a claim.
Yeah. So, gon dal bagay ki ta supposé en place le wap di la avec quel que soit claim là.
If, for example, there's any witnesses to the accident, it's real important that we get in contact with the witnesses, find out who they are, locate them, and get in touch with them.
Yeah, si gen témoin nan aksidan, chercher konnen ki asyo ye, chercher konnen kote yo ye pou esi yo ka gen contact nou pale ensemble avec yo.
If there is an issue as to who's responsible for the accident or how the accident happened or incident happened, sometimes, we need to find out whether there's any surveillance videos or any other type of videos that would be available.
Yeah, nous fait ça souvent, faut regarder des fois nous regarder si des caméras dans zone nan côté accident passé.
And over the years, I know you and I have gone out and actually found videos ourselves. You've gone out and done it. I know I've done it.
Yeah.
We went out and found videos ourselves that supported our client's claim and showed that the particular incident happened the way our client described it, rather than the way the other person described it.
Yeah, des fois moi sorti mal fait ça, des fois c'est web qui sorti mal fait ça tout et nous kon pote bon résultat, gen des fois c'est l'autre monde web pour faire ça. Non pas seulement chita dans office ou bien rete dans téléphone, nous travail tout côté nous souterrain tout. Then I pay des moun yo, nous aider moun yo dans tout sens net.
And sometimes you need to investigate to find out who's responsible.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not real clear who owns a vehicle or who has the insurance for that vehicle, or if it's like a slip and fall, who would be responsible for maintaining the premises or maintaining, there's all kinds of issues that can come up with slip and fall cases, premises liability cases, all kinds of issues that concern liability. It's real important. From my perspective, I always love it when I get a jump on it, get to be able to jump on it right away before too much time has passed.
Oh, yeah, parce que c'est vraiment pas quitter un pile temps passé dans les accidents au fait comme ça. Il remet involve là dedans les au fait commencer, but ça va veut dire même l'autre a un problème ou bien t'es un avocat déjà ou bien t'es fait un accident quelque temps ou besoin question sur lui, nous ca toujours répondre pour rele nous dans 866 945 47 68. Numéro c'est 866 945 47 68. Hey, Wab, can you touch a little bit? I know we start doing immigration right now.
Yes. So yeah, that's a good question. I know, very interesting. We've expanded into a number of different areas. We have your injury law group, which deals with injuries. We have your insurance law group that deals with insurance claims. This is all part of our law firm. And now we've also expanded into immigration.
Yeah.
And now we handle immigration cases throughout the state of Florida. And actually, immigration we handle all throughout the United States.
Yeah. So, n'a petit moun yo sa tout nous commencer faire immigration qu'on y a quelque son monde qui t'a question sur faire immigration ou carrele nous là pour ka toujours les nous parce qu'on y a nous ouvrons l'autre branche dans office ça nous fait immigration tout votre c'est pas qui responsable pour partie immigration un avocat pour immigration même. So et depuis nous relais office là n'a connecté nous avec partie immigration. So nous avons un package là un full package pour tout le monde quel que soit son besoin de pour relais office ça va bien.
I'm very excited about that because we've been talking about trying to get into this for a while.
Yeah.
And just finding the right team to put that together was not been that easy.
Yeah.
Now I feel like we've got the right team in place and now we're ready to expand in that area.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about it because I think it's going to be a tremendous service for people particularly in this community and other communities. It's going to be a tremendous service that we're now offering.
Yeah, a lot of people was waiting for the immigration.
Absolutely. And now's a real important time because of all the things that are happening with immigration and with American policies and things that have changed. And if you're not sure, give us a call at our office and we can help you understand what's changed, what's different now than what it was before, and what more importantly, what it means to you potentially for your immigration situation.
N'a dit mon yo donc on y a quelque soit question ta gen soit fait immigration. Yo carré les office là tout nous là n'a PD yo n'a dit yo qui direction pour yo prendre qui ça pour yo faire et son package. Donc un package là on y a so ou fait accident machine ou tomber dans travail ou glisse ou tomber car ou gen un problème soit cyclone passer le caser car ou mais qu'on y a un problème immigration So rele nous, on sait l'appel là, ou besoin tout ça besoin d'aide.
Now, I got to tell you, Claude, it's really interesting, and I know you've experienced this as well as I have, that so much of this overlaps each other. When somebody has an accident, sometimes it evolves into an insurance claim, a claim against the insurance company. Yeah. And oftentimes now what we've seen is people who have been involved in accidents, sometimes they're afraid to come forward because of their immigration status. Well, now you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
Give us a call. We can help you on both of those fronts.
Yeah, so nous te kon jeune en pile client, leur fait accident, yo paie rele assurance là, parce que pour problème immigration, qu'on y a mon yo, nous pas gen problème ça encore. Quel que soit problème immigration, nous gen ou bien da involve nos accident. Rele office là, numéro c'est n'a pas numéro encore c'est 866 945 47 68. Numéro ça fait n'a répéter comme ça. Son numéro nous supposé konnen Jean ouais moi-même ou bien ou konnen là quel que soit problème nous ta gagné et même là pas gon problème tout nous gon question qu'a toujours les office dans 866 945 47 68.
You know, and I'm glad that you asked about that because this is certainly a great time for us. We're very excited to expand in this area.
Yeah. Immigration is very important.
It's a very important, particularly in this community. It's an extremely important topic. It's an extremely important thing that's going on in the community.
Yeah.
And it's really important that people get good, competent advice and good, competent help.
But most of the clients always asking me that question: when you gonna do immigration?
Right. Now you can say. Now you know. Yeah. So very excited about it. We brought in an attorney, and he's got a team. So you know that I'm comfortable with. That I know from my experience with him, he's been doing this long enough to understand it very well. He does a great job for his clients. We're happy to have him brought into for our firm, and now he's part of your injury law group.
So mon yo nous gen nouvelle là nan men nous on y a nous fait immigration quel que soit problème immigration nous ta gagné relé nous dans 866 945 47 68.
You know, when we talk about injury, you know, going back to the injury claims, there's so many things that we're talking about, particularly with injuries. You know, we're talking about investigation a moment ago and how important it is for us to get a job. What I wanted to talk a little bit about was the timing of everything.
Yeah, temps vraiment important. Non affaire accident, temps vraiment important.
You know, when people call us, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I'm grateful when people call us early because then we can really get a jump on it. It doesn't mean if you don't call us early, you can still call us.
Yeah.
Call us.
Just say that earlier.
Yeah, call us at 866 945 47 suite. You know, what we can do for you is easier done and more thoroughly done, and we can get better results oftentimes the earlier we get involved. But that doesn't mean we don't get great results no matter what. So it just depends. Obviously, every case is different. Every client is different, and I don't promise results based on past experience, and I don't recommend people look at it that way.
Yeah.
But I do recommend that, you know, if you're talking to someone with experience, they'll be able to tell you and help you, guide you through all of the steps of handling your claim.
Yeah, même les en Italie, I'm sorry to repeat ça, même les web dit nous les préférés les nous relé en premier, but ça pas veut dire si nous pas relé en premier, nous pas relé rapide son problème lié. Quel que soit les nous ka toujours relé la involve pour nous et nous pas payer $1 pour appel là, c'est gratis lié et consultation c'est gratis lié. So, numéro c'est 866 945 47 68. Rele, ou pas, je me connais rele pour poser question. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to interpret in my mind. I thought you were saying something a little different. There
I
you go.
tell them to call to ask questions.
There you go. I actually thought you said there's a call about questions, and I was going to say, let's hear it.
No.
But if people want to call us, please give us a call. We're happy to consult. We're happy to help you with it. People have to deal with a lot of issues after an accident besides just the insurance. They also need to make sure if it's a car accident, if they're getting their car repaired. If they're injured, they need to make sure they're getting the right medical attention. If they've lost the ability to earn money, they've got to make sure that that's somehow taken care of. So there's so many different issues that people need help with right after an accident.
Il y a grand pile tracas, grand pile problème pour après un accident, pour mon arranger machine, s'il perdit journée de travail pour avocat make sure toucher pour ça. Grand pile problème après accident. Why it's always an issue sometimes for the people to deal with the insurance company about the property damage.
You know, I was just going to talk about that because we've noticed more and more the insurance companies we're finding it more interesting, I guess is a better way to put it, that they're not always doing what we think they should be doing.
Yeah.
And more often, we end up having to take further legal action against the insurance companies lately than we did before. So I'm noticing a trend.
Yeah.
And I think part of it is, I'm not sure exactly why, but I definitely am noticing the trend that it's now, we have to hold their feet to the fire more often now.
Yeah.
Not every insurance company is like that. Some are very honorable. They do what they're supposed to do, but some have really been delaying making payments. They've been throwing up excuses. Things are happening, and it's causing a lot of people. First of all, it causes a lot more more challenges for people because sometimes it takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And there are some legal issues that people need to understand about their particular case that can make a difference as to which insurance company is responsible, what's the best way to go to get it paid quickly, things like that.
Yeah, parce que dans dernier moment là nous rencontrer difficulté nous client rencontrer c'est difficulté pour assurance ranger machine mon yo parce que des fois assurance yo pas vle ranger yo c'est pas toute assurance qui comme ça mais grand pile que yo pas vle ranger machine mon yo des fois les mon yo relé yo pas ka joindre mon qu'on a fait 8 ans après le pas ka joindre son tête cassée pour Jean de ça fait me poser une question ça pour qu'on ait parce que nous avons pile plein mon yo complet dans pile pour ça pour qu'on ait comment nous aider mon yo avec genre des situations ça.
You know, and when as we're talking here, what we're talking about here is generalities. We're just talking general principles of law and general principles of things that we've been experiencing, trends. But for your particular case, give us a call and we can help you with, talk about your particular case. Let us get to know what's going on, what your situation is, and let us, figure out what's the best way to help you with your situation.
Yeah, donc pour ça, on a parlé là, c'est général. Si on a un cas spécial, il y a toujours les noms pour nous discuter ça ensemble avec la propre situation, pas mon même, parce que tout ça, on a parlé là, c'est général. Votre seconde question, vous voulez poser nous, ou cas toujours les dans la radio là, dans 561 576 1600 ou bien carré le nom dans 866 945 47 68.
Right. And for example, just as an example with your own getting your own car repaired or replaced, or a rental car and things like that. To start with, it's going to depend on what your insurance policy is, whether you have comprehensive and collision coverage, whether you have rental coverage and towing coverage and things like that. That gets us to start to understand what might be the better way to go. Yeah. And then it also depends on liability and who the other insurance company is, whether there is insurance coverage and so on. There's a lot of issues to look at just from that one aspect alone.
Yeah, grand pile bagay pour nous garder les accidents faits que ce soit c'est pour prendre machine pour louer machine pour que ce soit c'est là pour ranger machine pour. But what the main question I have today, most of the people sometimes when they get the insurance coverage they don't know exactly what kind of coverage they have. So basically they think when they get involved in an accident the insurance they already have the coverage to fix the car for them.
Right. And sometimes that's true.
I find that a lot, but most of the time the people they don't have that coverage.
People don't necessarily. Let me put it this way: we hope people understand what insurance they're buying, but that's not always the case. And I think you're absolutely right. We see that so often. Someone says, "Well, I thought I had that insurance coverage," and they don't. They say, "Oh, I've got full coverage."
Yeah,
full coverage can mean a lot of different things.
Yes,
particularly in automobiles. Just automobile coverage. Full coverage can mean a lot of different things. Does it include comprehensive and collision? That's the insurance that's going to pay you for the damage to your car, to replace your car, should there be an accident or some other type of a loss to your car.
Yeah. Compréhensive avec collision et coverage ça vraiment important mon yo. L'en après prend assurance make sure nous gain compréhensive avec collision sur machine.
And one of the other coverages is rental car coverage.
Yeah.
And some people would say, well, I have rental car coverage. And yes, you might. But things have changed so much in the rental car industry. Yeah. The cost of renting rental cars has gone up. It's doubled or even more over the years, particularly since COVID has hit. Yeah. And supplies are limited. And what ends up happening is we see a lot of times, we have seen people have very low daily limits. You couldn't get a car. You can get half a car for the amount of the limits that they have per day.
Yeah.
So it's not enough to rent a car, even though they have rental car coverage.
Yeah. Conseil n'a pas mon yo, les n'a prend en assurance. Make sure pour agent chit ensemble avec nous pour expliquer nous exactement qui coverage nous gagne. Mais si nous involve nos accidents, mais qui ça cap couvrir, mais qui ça pas couvrir. Parce que le plus souvent, majorité mon yo pas même compte qui coverage yo gagne même. C'est là où on a problème là. Laisse à dire vous pensez vous avez tel coverage, vous pensez vous pas vous avez coverage ça, vous te dit c'est full coverage gain chita mandé agent pour l'expliquer nous parce que c'est droit yo supposé expliquer nous qui qualité coverage nous gagne.
Now, the good news is oftentimes we can compensate for that based upon the liability for the other, whether there's good liability on the other side, what their insurance is. We can oftentimes work around the limitations of your own policy. Not every time, but a lot of times we can.
Yeah. Des fois, avocat confond gens, ils passent sous côté, mais c'est pas tout le qui fait ça.
And that can help clients avoid their own deductible, which is the amount that they have to pay towards the repair or replacement of their car. It can help them with limitations on their rental car coverage or towing coverage and things like that. So it's real important, again, to talk to an experienced attorney as quickly as possible. Give us a call at our office at 866 945 4768. You can also reach us, as you know, at yourinjurylawgroup.com, or to make it simple, avocatpaula.com.
Yeah, nous avons un website qui c'est avocatpaula.com ou bien yourinjurylawgroup.com. Avocatpaula.com, c'est en créole lié. N'importe mon gal sous l'idée pour parler créole ou gal sous l'idée ou poser questions et après répondre en créole. So, what you have for the last word?
Well, the last word is, I guess, number one, I've got several last words.
Yeah, I know.
The number one last word is give us a call at our office. The earlier, the better. But do call us at 866 945 4768. And as you know, Claude, we handle cases all throughout Florida, through North Florida, Central Florida, South Florida, East Coast, West Coast. Particularly nowadays, the way the practice has changed so much since COVID has hit. It's so much easier to practice all throughout the state now. So we've always covered the entire state since our inception, but now it's even easier. So if you have an accident or an injury anywhere in the state of Florida, give us a call. Outside of the state of Florida, we don't practice outside the state of Florida at this time. However, we do have relationships with attorneys in various states. So even then, give us a call. We may be able to help you.
Yeah, abdi moun yo nou nan tout Florida net, nou nan East Coast, nou nan Central Florida, nou nan South Florida, nou tout côté dans Florida et des fois si moun nan gon kes qui pa dans Florida tout nou gen connexion avec un pile state, so nou ka aider yo. So rele nou nan 866 945 4768 et office ça c'est dans Boca Raton nan lié là. Dans Palm Beach ensemble avec nous, mon Miami, mon Broward, mon West Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie, Fort Pierce, Vero Beach. Rele nous, c'est nimewo c'est 866 945 4768. N'a dit tout le monde bonsoir, n'après l'autre semaine.
Bonsoir. Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure and an honor to be here and to share with people some hopefully good advice. And again, if people have any questions, call us at our office.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.